Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Adam J. Pestridge. Welcome to another P3D video. Today, we're still looking at the skies. In my previous videos, I've looked at True Sky and showed you how to configure that and make it a lot better visually. And now we're going to go back and have a look at the legacy clouds and how to make them look more better. I'm going to take you through my whole installation and usage of how I utilize the 2D legacy textures within P3D version 5 and get gorgeous looking skies. Here we go.
Right now, 25886.
Okay, so first things first is need to go get your weather engine and programs first. So the ones I'm going to be using today is Active Sky and Rex. So Rex Skyforce, as of recording this video, has just brought out their beta version for P3D version 5. The link down below is where you can go and download that one. And then Active Sky, they have just sort of completed their product into a final release version, although there is also another beta version available. I'm using the stable version of Active Sky today, so we'll be using Active Sky as well as the cloud art. Okay, I'm still currently downloading the cloud art, the HD content version as well. So it will be the HD content, the installation with the update, and then the installation for Active Sky that you'll need to download. Again, link is down in the description box below. If you use Inventex as well, I'm going to show you how you can actually insert them into CloudArt by native rather than having to combine them or link them with the Inventex program. But these are the programs you need, and when you install your programs, what you first want to do is go into your back office settings, click on Update and Security, go to Windows Security, Virus and Threat Protection. Make sure that the virus and threat protection settings are turned off. You don't want any of these running when you go to install your software. You don't want any of this getting in the way. Likewise, Windows, what is it called? Defender. Windows Defender, make sure that this is red, make sure that you've turned off, and that if you click advanced settings, that it isn't actually running. I disable my Windows Defender firewall. Now this means that a inclusion will not get created within this when I run the installer, but I can add that myself afterwards, or I could just leave this turned off, which is what I do when I go flying, and that way I don't even need to worry about this bloody program. But make sure your virus scanners are turned off. Make sure that there's nothing going to get in the way of you installing your software, and make sure your C drive, and this is the most important thing in the current Windows updates, has the permissions set to everyone, so everyone has access. Yours might not look like this. Yours might actually look like this, where it says like system or administrators or users. That's fine, but make sure you add everyone as well, and make sure all these boxes are ticked, and then that way when you install the software, nothing is not going to get installed, because if something doesn't have the correct permissions for write, then it's not going to write that file to the hard drive. It's not going to install correctly. You're going to have missing files. So when you come to use the program, you're not going to have certain features, or certain things are not going to happen because they haven't been able to write, or you might not get the read permission either. So just make sure everyone has access to everything. That basically eliminates problems that can crop up. So we basically downloaded. Now I've already installed Rex, okay, onto my hard drive. Now I recommend the best place to install it is right onto your C drive here. Don't install it into program files or 86 or anywhere else unless you're networking your weather programs. Install it straight into the C drive, and make sure as well that this also has permissions for everyone as well. You don't want this program not being able to do what it needs to do. I've gone ahead, I've already installed it, as you can see. So it's a pretty straightforward installer. It's pretty simple, unlike the Active Sky one. So let's run through that. So going onto the internet, hi-fi simulations websites, click downloads. It depends on what you're going to be using. So we're basically talking about P3D here, but obviously there's XP, there's version 4, there's earlier versions as well, like version 3 or FSX. We're not really talking about them. We're talking about P3D, but the same principles can be applied to those other simulators. Now, this is very important, and it's also very confusing, and you might go, well, which one of these am I grabbing? Okay, so these three here are the only three of the cloud art, if you have got the cloud art as well, that you need to grab. The full installer, the updates, and the HD content, which they say is optional, but I think it is essential. Grab them 3 links. Don't worry about this previous official thing. Also, when you come here, there's obviously, you can grab the unstable beta if you want to test some new features, or I always like to work with stable software, so I'm grabbing the official one here. When this becomes official and stable, I will come back and re-download and get this one afterwards, but for now I'm using that one. So once you've got your downloads, basically save them somewhere onto the drive. Make sure your simulator isn't running, and just install. It doesn't matter which one you install first. I've installed Rex already, so that's done. So let's go ahead and install P3D. Now, when you first run this sucker, always run it as administrator as well. Make sure that that always happens. I'm not going to run through the full installer, but I do need you to note this about things getting stuck, right? I mean, it's not a straightforward installer for Active Sky. I don't really know why, but I have a feeling that this issue here, where it says there's a long-standing potential issue with situations, associations, weather themes that are loaded, which they get stuck until you reload, like that might be a permissions thing on your hard drive, like things sticking. I might be wrong, and it might not be, but just take note of what it says is what I'm really saying, and kind of then follow what it says. So in other words, they recommend loading the clear skies weather first, and then shutting things down and restarting it, and then loading the Active Sky profile. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. It's pretty simple. I mean, I choose the default location, program files, hi-fi thingy. I don't really do anything like else other than that for this. Create a desktop, and then that's it. Let it install. Right, one thing to quickly note about the installation, it's a bit of a ball ache, right? So obviously if you're an existing customer, you're going to be typing in your email address, you're going to have your password that you created with it, then you're going to have to verify your device, and then you've got to type in your password, like your security code, and then click verified. Now, if it doesn't come up with this device has been verified, thank you, when you click OK, see, it says this login license key is invalid. I've typed it in wrong, basically, or I've used the wrong one, or something has gone wrong. You have to uninstall first. Like, I can't just go try this again. It won't work. I have to uninstall this and then reinstall it to try again. Again, bit of a ball ache, but that's Active Sky for you. So it's super important. If you make an error in this process, basically start all over again. Only when you've hit this version, this bit of the installation, do you know you've done it correctly. And obviously, if you're on version 4, hit version 4. I'm on version 5. I'm clicking 5. Then it needs to proceed with the installation and fully install the product afterwards. So it's going to go in the add-ons folder. Yep, that's fine. You go do that, bro. Right, so we've just loaded it up. We've just installed it. I haven't even updated the IRAC or even installed the cloud art yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up the options here first before we do anything. Warnings, you know what? I don't really like a lot of these things. So like the audio options. I don't mind the startup sound, wind shear, or alert. Well, if that becomes annoying, I'll turn that off. But let's see, preferred audio device. Let's actually choose one. I basically, I should only have one pop up here, to be honest, because I disabled all my audio devices in Windows that I don't use. So if we go to sound here, everything is disabled that I'm not using, and that way my PC, there's no confusion. There's only one audio input it can use, and there's only one playback it can use. So there's never a problem with programs getting the thing, although with this one it seems to not be able to pick it up. So rip Active Sky on that one. Let's see here. Can't click on this either now. So program shit it out. No, there we go. Right, voice sets, yes. We don't really want to hear this because I use Rex Skyforce for that. I can't believe that it's not picking up. I mean, right, okay. Voice sets are activated. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. We'll leave these here. We'll see how it plays out with those. But the text messages, so yeah, I don't really show update weather messages. No, I don't really want that. Active Sky installation, yes, I do want to know that that's actually installed correctly. But warning messages, nope. And in-sim text messages, not really. When a new version is available, yeah, you can let me know. Actually, no, don't let me know, mate, because I'll go get it when I want to. Warn on low simulator cloud density setting. I don't really understand that one. And prompt on exit, that's fine. So visibility, so I have the wing fade effect enabled, the fog layer generation. Now if you're using True Sky, I know that the fog, the volumetric fog within True Sky has its own volumetric fog, so you don't need to add any more volumetric fog. So I'm going to disable that one, fog layer generation, and I'm going to allow Rex Skyforce to handle that. In the winter time, I do have the fog, volumetric fog in P3D ticked, but every other season I don't tick it, which I'll show you later on as well. So that's fine. Disable default haze layer, including P3D when volumetric fog is disabled. We'll keep this ticked and we'll just see what happens, but I have a feeling I'll be unticking that. Right, minimum surface visibility, we want it down to 0, and maximum this is when you're on the ground, so I turn that down to 50 miles because you can't really see that far out, even on the ground, because the buildings are in the way. So that's kind of pointless. Maximum upper visibility 200, yes, thank you very much. In cloud visibility reduction, I don't want to reduce visibility. I want or anything set to true to reduce visibility. Oh, sorry, yes, I do actually want that. Yeah. Low altitude fog horizon distance adjustment. I leave both these on 0. Wind effects, oh, here's where it gets fun. So maximum surface wind, keep that at 100. Maximum turbulence, yes, keep that at 100. Turbulence effect scale, well, let's just scale that up to 100. Maximum wind shear, scale that up to 100. Force ATC wind lock enables the surface wind will be minimum at 6 knots and not change. Well, that's not realistic. Disable winds aloft, no. Interlayer wind interpolation. If set to true, then wind speed direction at immediate altitudes will be interlated with the upper and lower. That's fine. Enable turbulence. Oh yeah, of course we want turbulence. We want it to be rocking and rolling. Wakes turbulent strength, I just always have everything set to 100. Maximum down rate, that's fine. Maximum up rate, that can be fine. Realistic thunderstorm up and down draft rate, yep, we do want that. And light chop, yeah, current, yeah, that's fine as well. Right, cloud options. This is where the draw distance and that shit comes into it. So 5 layers is absolutely fine. Like, I used to have mine set to 3, but we're going to go with 5, but I'm going to want to aim to get this up to 20 or as close to 20 as I can that my PC will allow. So turbulence 100, icing, yep. Prevent thunderstorms, no. Minimum cloud draw distance, I'm going to set that to 60. So the minimum is going to be quite close to the plane, whereas the maximum, man, that's going up to like the maximum. Okay, we're gonna, see how we go there, but I have a feeling we're gonna be bringing this down to like 120. Okay, so we'll just see. In fact, you know what? No, let's go for 150. That's probably more realistic. Forces any broken coverage to the maximum. Broken code increases coverage and density of broken clouds, but reduces potential variation. Well, I want the maximum variation. Thank you very much. P3D low cloud offset. That's fine. Multi-layer thunderstorms, yes please. Cloud motion effect, yeah, get that going. Offset, that's fine by default. So that's pretty much it. Suppress local weather changes, nope. Depict hurricanes, yes. Disable EA volumetric cloud control. Well, I'm not going to tick this because I use True Sky. Now, for the purposes of this video only, I'm disabling True Sky because we're using the legacy texture. So this is a irrelevant option. Option prevents from controlling parameters in the volumetric clouds. Well, we're turning it off, so we don't need to worry about this. But I'm glad that they've got this option in, because if I was using True Sky, and Active Sky at the same time, and I've already altered my settings, which everybody knows I have, then I wouldn't want this to mess with it. So I'm very glad that they put this in. I don't use Active Sky as a default weather engine though, so this is totally relevant for me. But I'm glad that they've put that in for everyone else. General options, download interval. Well, I don't want it to happen all the time, so let's just say 30 minutes. Most flights I do are between 4 and 8 hours, so 30 minutes is absolutely fine. Prevent downloads on approach. Well, yeah, I mean, we could do this to, but it wouldn't be realistic, would it? It's just really, if you have performance issues when you're coming into land, then tick it. But we're going to leave it unticked. Send immediately to the system tray. Yes. Actually, no, because I utilize this thing. So VATSIM online weather, nope. Although I do go on VATSIM, but for the purposes of this video, we won't be. Log files number. So set the number of old log files to be kept. Well, just the one, thanks. We don't need to be going back thousands of times. Auto load simulator flight plan. Yeah, you can do that. Hotkey, no. Toggling, no. Installation folder, yes, make sure that's checked. Application data, yes. Common data export path, yes. And use Navigraph, okay, yes we do. Radar data, no, we don't have to worry about that. Or that is it basically. Now there should be, I mean, this isn't really scaled correctly because I now can't see the very bottom of this thing here. But yeah, apply, I mean, you can barely see it, guys. I'm very sorry, but there's an apply changes to current weather, and you click that. All your changes are now saved. That's beautiful. If we wanted to, we could, if we wanted to cancel the weather, we could just click custom weather is active. That's exactly what we're going to do. Like, I'm not going to use this as a weather engine. Okay, so I'm cancelling it by ticking custom weather. I'm not going to give it any custom weather, so it's only going to utilize the connection made to Active Sky Cloud Art. That's how I use Active Sky. It'll all make sense in the end, guys. Trust me. We'll close that down, and now we can install Cloud Art. So, installing Cloud Art, very straightforward. Go through the installation for the install first, then use the update. I'm not even sure if that's really needed, but do it anyway. Update, and then do your HD content afterwards. Right, one thing to note about the Active Sky Cloud Art is there's some release notes here. Now, release notes usually are, oh, you need to know this at the time you're installing it. So this Cloud Art has been updated, I think it was last year, 2019 in December, the very end. So they might have some information. Crash to desktop version 5, obviously this is talking about, because we've had some crash to desktops. They've said they have provided support on hundreds of cases where the flight sim will suddenly close and return to Windows without warning. That's happened to me. That's most likely happened to a lot of other people. Maybe not, who knows? But they've said in nearly all cases the problem was not found to be caused directly by the use of Active Sky. I beg to differ. Instead, other problems in the other areas may become more prominent while using Active Sky and experiencing the weather environment created. That's actually true. But the issue would be that the Sim Connect would crash. So that is to be found directly caused by the use of Active Sky. That's why I don't agree with that. But they're true in what they say, that it's using Active Sky can put a strain on your system, might not otherwise be apparent, because you might have background processes that are changing parameters for Active Sky, which it doesn't like, and then crashes. Goes, well, you deal with it then, dude, and then sort of does a hissy fit and walks away. They say in a rare few cases in the past, problems with the weather depiction parameters sent by Active Sky have been identified as causes. I mean, this sentence does not tell me anything of what they're actually talking about. In a rare few cases in the past, problems with the weather depiction parameters sent by Active Sky have long... Okay, well, what parameters, sorry? Are we talking Sim Connect? You know, these issues have been long since fixed. Therefore, while Active Sky may appear to be the cause of a crashed desktop, chances are that other problems with flight sims are causing the crash. So in other words, they're basically saying, guys, it's not us, it's you. Which, okay, that's a little bit, you know. I'm glad that they put here how you can trouble step your own crashed desktop. And they do go through a few. But I don't understand this. If an add-on is not the cause, you should restore a default FSX CFG. Huh? What? I'm using P3D version 5. FSX is no good to me, especially the CFG. I mean, I don't think they've actually updated this, guys. I think somebody has just, you know, copied and pasted a lot of information, right? So, guys, for me, the clarity here is, like, Hi-Fi have changed the Sim Connect for Active Sky. In version 4, worked flawlessly with version 4 P3D, but P3D version 5 has changed a lot of things, and so Active Sky have altered their Sim Connect because of this, and they've found it very hard because of DirectX 12 to get it stable when working with the Windows 10 installation. Now, Windows 10 has got processes going on inside of it that are meant to resolve issues. If it comes across an issue, it'll go, you're nuked, and then it will, though, I've resolved it. I'm a good boy. I'm a good Windows 10. Well, actually, no, you're not. You're fucking with my flight sim, mate. So you can disable that naughty little boy, and I've even done a video on it. It's something called the resolution. I can't remember the full name of it, but I've done a video of it. I'll link it down below, where you can actually just delete and remove that thing from happening. Then you won't get any issues with Active Sky usage, okay? Because I believe Windows 10 is having a little hissy fit with the way Active Sky works on Windows 10, and then is crashing, and obviously the problem is coming up as Sim Connect. You know, the Active Sky Sim Connect. So Active Sky are getting the blame, but it's actually not them. It's Windows 10. And Windows 10 has a myriad of problems with flight simulation. I've done multiple videos on them in the past. Go check them out as well. There's a whole playlist full of videos how you can resolve Windows 10 problems to flight sim better in the future. Anyway, sorry for the side thing here. Just wanted to clarify things. Let's continue. Now, when you first install Active Sky CloudArt, do not go into the settings and start setting things up. Do not close it down until you set a non-dynamic theme. It doesn't matter which one it is, but it has to be a non-dynamic. Now, the dynamic themes are pretty simple. There's only two of them, which are global automatic and full dynamics. They are dynamic themes. They even say so down here, full dynamics you know, global automatic. But a non-dynamic theme is one of these. Just any one of these. Just make sure you activate this as your non-dynamic theme. Doesn't matter which one you do, really. We're going to change it anyway. So click yes, activate that. It'll take some time to sort itself out, and then you can close this down to continue the installation. Don't go into settings again and continue to install stuff. Just hold back and wait for this to actually finish, and then continue with the installation. which is the update, and then the HD content. Okay, so everything's installed now. We've just installed the HD content. And now we're back into Active Sky Cloud Art, and these are the settings that I use in Cloud Art. I maximize the quality. I mean, I've got a 4K resolution screen, so I maximize the quality, but for overcast models, I maximize the performance, because overcast there's a lot more. Now, I don't want this to do cloud textures or cloud structures, so I have basically limited them to off. I only want this to do the cirrus and the sky colors, and that is it. So we click save and apply on that one. Make sure obviously your simulator folder is set there and that it's active on the right one, not like FSX or anything else. This will save, and then there's one more process if you use Inventex. Now, if you use Inventex, the program, I use the program here I don't know how to pronounce these things, sorry. But if you happen to use the Inventex, they have sky colors that are actually compatible with Active Sky Cloud Art. Now, you can just link the program through the env director, and you point the installer or the application to where the installer for Cloud Art is, which should be in your C drive, the 86 times in Hi-Fi, in Active Sky Cloud Art, in data, and then Sky Color should be, this is where they are, and it will automatically sort of throw them over when needed. You know, when you launch your simulator, when you launch Active Sky Cloud Art. Now, for me, that seems a little bit silly, because what we could actually do is literally cut and paste them into here manually. It's going to override a couple, which is fine. I don't mind that. So then they're already in here, right, by default. So these folders here are mixed in with the natural Active Sky Cloud Art, and so they don't have to be sent over as an extra process having to happen, because what can actually happen is while you're in the sim, if the weather changes, the sky color can change as it gets darker, and that's an extra process for another program to have to then fetch the information to this location and then onto the simulator, and it just seems like unnecessary when they can be in this place here. So now that they're in, we go to click run as an admin, and we're going to head it, when it comes up, we're going to head into settings, and we're going to say WX influence configuration, and here they are. They're already in here as well. Now, we're not going to choose a profile or set anything here. This is just so you can see that the sky colors are in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the main screen, and we're going to go choose one of those dynamic themes. So we've either got global automatic, we got full dynamics. Now, difference between the two is one is for better performance, and the other one will give you a more bigger variety using the textures. Now, I prefer performance over variety, so I'm going to choose full dynamics. We activate that as a theme, and then once this is done, that is everything set up with Active Sky, and now it's time to set up Skyforce Rec. So let's have a look at those settings. So here we are in Rex now. Now, the only thing you need to run in Rex when you're actually in the sim is making sure that these three are on, but I prefer the weather engine of Rex rather than Active Sky, so that's why I say make sure these three are on. So let's go and configure it down here. So obviously we're looking to see it say P3D version 5 here. These are the settings that I personally choose. You choose these at your own whim if you want to or not. If we go to engine, these are the settings also that I choose. I choose the weather refresh at 30 minutes. Cloud sync, again, these are the settings that I've chosen. And for clouds, I've basically everything is ramped, up. Winds, again, there's the settings, and visibility here. Now, enable realistic haze rendering. Now, we're going to leave this on, but I usually turn it off when I'm using Active Sky, okay? But we're gonna leave it on for now, just to see what happens. The install bit, we're basically going to get rid of all these textures here, but leave vaporous skies open, because it's these textures that Active Sky Cloud Art are going to utilize. So we're using the sky color of Active Sky with the cloud structure and cloud textures of Skyforce Rex. Resolution, I just ramp everything up. I don't bother with this optimization for thingy. It says I got a 20% chance of an out of memory error, but don't even listen to that, that's fine. I choose the highest quality in all of these. We've modified. No, I haven't actually modified. Thank you very much. And then HDR, I'm using the HDR. It is DirectX 11. That may change to DirectX 12 in the future. Watch this space. And then we can go to clouds here. Now, basically, we're going to choose the cloud themes. This is the theme that I use. So there's the cloud set. It's cloud set 5 for the 3D clouds. It's cloud Zero type 16 for the Zero. It's the Dawn. I mean, these don't make a difference. I haven't actually chosen. Actually, no, I did choose them, but these aren't going to make a difference, so you don't have to worry about it. I've chosen the original moon because the first set moon, because it's the most realistic. I've chosen sun effects set 12, although I disable that anyway. And the lightning set 1 with the precip set 1 and thunder set 2 and wind set 1. Once you've got all that, just click install, and basically this is going to load in the stuff into the sim. Now, once you've done that, by the way, if your weather isn't going to change, that's all you need to do. You don't even need to now run Skyforce, you know, when the sim's running, okay? But I run it because not only I think it's good if you import a flight plan, but also for this section here, the 3D cloud structures, I have ticked the undulatious variety. Everything's overcast, density set to high precipitation, visible range shaft, and then click install now on here. But I do run Skyforce Rex when I'm running the sim, because I use this as an engine, and it needs to be running to be able to produce that live weather injection. So I do run this, okay? And when you are running it, make sure that you have 3 green here, and it will work as long as you got your Active Sky, your Lockheed Martin P3D version 5 there. It will work, okay? And that is it. Then now we can shut this down, and we are now going to load up the simulator. One thing to note before we load up the simulator, make sure SkyArt, you click on properties and compatibility. Actually, we'll do this a different way, sorry. Open file location, go to the actual thing, go down to properties, go down to compatibility, and make sure change settings for all users. Run this program as an administrator, okay? If you don't, the rights to the file may not appear. Now I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to pin that to my start menu. We're going to do the same with Active Sky. Go to properties, open file location. There it is. That's the one we need. We're going to right click, go to properties, compatibility, change settings for all users, run this as your administrator, apply, okay, and then we're actually going to put this one in the taskbar down here next to Skyforce. And then that can be deleted now. Oops. And the Wex Weather Companion, I just stick in this folder here, out of the way, and there we go, nice and neat. Now, first things first, you must load Active Sky first, okay? So load this sucker up, V5, let this do its thing, and it'll load Active Sky Cloud Art. Now that is throwing in textures, but one thing we have to do first, remember, is because see now it's loaded up Voyage, so we need to tell it to go back to full dynamics, activate. We have to load up the sim and clear skies first. So once you've done that, and then on the second time you run it up, it'll stick, and this will be fine. So now we can load the sim up. So enable add-on, of course. Let it go into your add-ons folder, which it should be here somewhere. There it is, Active Sky, and it's going to be all of that as well. It's this add-on folder that it added. So what you can do if you really wanted to is move all of this out of this location to another drive, but as long as you keep this folder add-on in and change the location of all of these entries, DLL, gauges, exe, texture, effects, and weather, to the pathway wherever you've actually put it, it will still work as intended as well. I have done a video on XMLs as well. So it looks like we're going to be going to Lebanon in this video. Okay, so here we are. We booted up the sim. I've disabled EA, basically. Welcome to Lebanon, as Haze. We're at the Beirut airport. This is a freeware airport. Pretty good, and frames are stable at 30. So let's start injecting stuff. So we're going to open up Active Sky. The weather profile is on clear skies. So this should sort of automatically choose number 5. Air rape. There we go. I just did see that flash up. It now does stick. That's fine. So in the world menu, this should automatically have gone to Active Sky. Okay, it hasn't, and it's not even there. Great. I'm sure it will be. But let's load up Rec Sky 4. So actually, let's have a quick look here. It should have loaded, although to be honest, it should have loaded the profile as well. So the fact that it didn't, although saying that though means nothing because we're not using the weather engine. That's why. But there you go, Active Sky, Cloud Art activation and theme loaded complete. There we go. Mission accomplished, folks. We're going home. Right, Skyforce time now. Now, I've got to get a flight plan together for this. So... no, thank you. So we're going to go do a flight plan. Hopefully, I've already made one, to be honest. Ooh, that'll do. It's the wrong airport, but whatever. It's still the right one, OLBA, but it's going the other direction, I think. So it should actually be going. Well, anyway, we will use that. That's fine. And click on that, and then all we have to do is click this. Watch them go to complete in green. It's refreshing the weather, and we should see on this little thing here, which we can move. There we go. Weather station creation started, and now you'll see the sky suddenly change. I don't know what the weather is here actually, to be honest, so hey, a nice transition change. Right, data staying completed now. One thing to note, when Rex is injecting, if you move your camera, you're going to see stutters. That's just the way it works, folks. Obviously, down here, it's a little bit hazy. I don't know what the real weather depiction is here. So, whoa, that's a big... Okay. So, let's get up into the air with this bird and see her from the skies. Let's have a quick listen to see what the weather briefing actually is. Yeah.
Weather briefing for Monday, the 4th of January, 2021 at 18 UTC. Current weather for airport, Oscar, Lima, Bravo, Alpha. Temperature, 17 degrees Celsius, 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Dew point, 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds, south-southeast at 4 knots. Visibility, 5 statute miles. Altimeter, 1019 millibars, 30.09 inches.
Right, so I've actually got my phone out and I've got the weather app out, and that's exactly what I just heard. 1019 pressure. Humidity is 56%, chance of rain 10%, but it's mostly clear, with the high of 22. So I'm quite loving the fact that that is accurate. So what we see is what we get. Right, so what we're going to do, I haven't actually created a flight plan at all. We're basically just going to take it up to 40,000 feet away from the airport and then bring it back down to land. This is more about the weather than anything about this airplane or the airport or the scenery. This is all about the weather. So at the moment, like, frames are holding steady around 30. Everything's good. Yeah, we're heading to the runway now, so let's get this mother going. I don't know what runway we're actually going to be fair. So is that runway 17? Because I need to tune it in when we get there and sort of create some sort of go around sort of circuit training flight plan here. So let's see. We haven't got ATC to Nagas. This is a completely ATC-less flight. So we've only got ourselves to blame, basically. Right, so we're on runway 17. So let's tune that in. We're on runway 17. I have no idea what the charts are. I haven't got anything, so this is seat of the pants flying, guys. Alright, okay, let's get onto the runway. Runway lights on, taxi lights off. E's already gone. Right, let's just quickly hold up here for a second. There's no real other planes that we've got to be careful of, so let's just hit the brakes here for a second. Let me sort this out. So I'm just going to choose anything here. I don't really know what is going on. So that's the route. And then I don't actually have the destination is the same. So O, L, B, A. Oh dear. Ran it twice there. That's the destination. We haven't got a company route. So, how do you make a route? I don't know. Activate it, mate.
After takeoff checklist.
Oh, hello.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist? What are you talking about, mate?
Approach checklist.
No, well, calm yourself. We haven't taken off yet, mate. Just chill. Just chill. Right. We haven't got any legs. So the arrival airports. We're going to be coming in to. We'll come into the same runway. That's fine, but we'll use a. Yeah, we'll come into the same runway. It's fine. On that one, execute that. So there we go. We have now got a flight plan of sorts. This is probably
Once again, ladies and
mental.
gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is the captain. We've just leveled off at our cruising altitude. We are expecting smooth conditions, but as always, we'd like to remind you that while you are...
Everyone's over talking everybody. Fuck you know. No professionalism.
Right now, the computer...
Shit out. We're going. We're going.
Invite you to
Rev the engines.
onboard service. I'll give you updates on the weather and progress a little bit further down the line. Thank you.
Fuck it, Al. Unprofessional bastards. Right. Bye-bye, Beirut. 80 knots. Hey up, there's a plane down there. What's going on? Where's he heading? Is he driving down the highway? What's that all about? He's with the traffic. I think we should pull up, to be fair. Let's pull up. Definitely no tail strike. Wheels up. Right. Let's autopilot this sucker off.
Autopilot on. Autopilot and command.
VNav, LNav. I don't know actually where that VNav and LNav is going to take me. Right. Let's take it to the skies, Mr. Murdoch. Flight director, can we have that on? Whoa, shit. What we... No, we can't have it. Why aren't we going up? Up. Up to the skies. I want to go up to these skies here, mate. Come on. Feed me. Oh, there's the, okay. Come on. Autopilot discount airspeed load. Yeah, no shit airspeed load, chump. Flight director on. You know what, let's turn that shit off. No. This isn't a real full flight, you see, so... Okay, so that horizon light is going bye-bye. Yeah, get off. Refresh the weather. Oh, I am climbing. Bloody hell, look at them clouds. There we go, it's connected in now. Where's the airport? We need to kind of follow this path here. Right, so let's see what happens when we turn off the weather engine for Rex. Refresh that weather. And we're going to turn on the active sky weather engine. And we're just going to see what happens. So it's connected, it's downloading. It is an old IRAC. We haven't updated it. It's fine. And there we go. That's how I use Active Sky. Right, so let's try some times of day, shall we? Right, so final test here. Basically, we're going to increase the layers of clouds. So we're going to double it up to 10 layers now. So here we go. 10 layers, apply, refresh the weather. Might have to restart Active Sky as well. Don't see any change. Refresh. Nil point. What else we got here? Minimum surface visibility 0, maximum surface visibility 50 miles, and then the upper visibility is set to 199. Just put it up to 20 to see what happens. No, hang on. Let's restart Active Sky because it might need restarting. So let's restart Active Sky. So bye bye Active Sky. Hopefully this doesn't nuke the simulator. Oh, bit of a turbulence there. And then make sure that the sim connects. Yeah, that can keep running, but that's fine. Let's restart it. Full dynamics. Injecting the clouds. 10 layers. Wait for it to appear. Let's do a turn to the west as well, actually. Alright, there's the clouds loading in. Frames are stable. Still looks like ass. So yeah, a lot's changed since version 4 with these clouds. There's a lot more blank spaces for some reason. I don't see 10 layers, to be fair. But it's still loading, so benefit of the doubt. Right, I don't think it's done that, so let's just nuke it up to 20 and see what happens. In P3D version 4, I had to set this to 3. I really did. That's alright. Right, so that's stat set. Refresh. Set to live weather. Again, no difference. Right, we need to go this way. And we need to start descent. Well, we'll restart Active Sky now. So we'll see 20 layers evidently when it comes back. Or we'll fall out the sky. Right, restart active sky. "20 layers. We need to slow down." No different. Absolutely no different. It's bullshit. You gotta trick them. That's the secret, guys, isn't it? If you're using Active Sky, you've got to trick your audience into believing something different, and that's how you use Active Sky, isn't it? I don't know, man. Honestly, I mean, look at that. That looks like shit. Fucking blanks. Come on, we ain't going down fast enough, man. We're gonna have to do some loop-de-loops or something. So if you haven't got like a beefy PC where you've only got like 6 gig or something to play with, you know, using the legacy textures is all you've got. But it doesn't behave like it used to be fair. It used to behave a lot more different, and I used to really enjoy using it, but this doesn't do that, so I don't get it. Like, minimum cloud draw distance should be, where does that draw distance begin? Well, I want it to begin 60 miles away from my position, not 180. But it says here, the minimum cloud draw distance is set by the application, used together with the maximum cloud draw distance. If the two values are different, then the application, based on altitude, amount of clouds present, and visibility, adjusts the actual cloud draw distance used by the simulator, so that performance is not negatively affected. Use larger values than 150 at your own risk. Well, I'm using them, mate, and I'm still achieving 30 frames. No change has happened to the simulator, so way hey for you, mate, isn't it? But it says here, if the two values are different, i.e. I was to put this back down to 60, because that's the minimum cloud draw distance, then it surely should, if we refresh the weather, have clouds really close to the sim. 60 miles, isn't it? Right, we have to do a... We're going to have to go the other way because we're 16,000 feet in the air. We're going to have to do a turn here. We're still going quite fast, I feel. Let's take it down to 230. First stage of flaps. descent, we've done that. Notes, auto brake. Auto brake set to 2. Been speaking with a guy who's doing his commercial pilot license. He's given me a few pointers on how to land this puppy, so we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. With True Sky, you haven't got to try and trick your audience into getting good screenshots. You just take pictures and they're good. With these clouds, I mean, it just don't look real, for starters. Look at that. I mean, the cloud structures themselves are gorgeous. It's just the way that they're being arranged isn't. You know, and that's active sky, that is. I mean, that cloud looks bloody gorgeous. Look at that. Well done, Rex. Well done. Good. Well done, man. Well done. Look at that bloody cloud. It's just the way they're placed. Anyway, let's turn this puppy around. Actually, we'll turn around the other way. Ocean. Right, so now that we've changed that again, we're just going to quickly, because we put it back down to 60, which it says if the two values are different, then the application based on altitude, amount of clouds, everything basically will be determined. The application, it'll all be based on them parameters, but do you know what? Let's change the time, shall we? Make it a little bit more. Come on, let's make it a little bit more nicer. It's all about the time of day, guys. That's what it's really about. So let's just change that. Right. Let's get turn that shit off. Let's get on the Bobby Ball here. Going out to bloody sea here. It's gonna be a nighttime landing, guys. Right, we need to put our speed down to 200. This is the runway thing, so we're gonna get on that, and then we're just gonna follow her in. It just looks too bare and barren. It's very weird. Right. $7,000 feet. Let's get the standard off, shall we? Right. coming in, boys. We're coming in. Go down to 190. 170, sorry. Let's join the navigational. I'm just gonna sort of hand pilot this in. So we've got our lights on. Let's see, they're all on. Yep. Right, landing data check, approaching brief done. Approach altimeters, we've done that. Speed brake has been armed, check. Speed brake armed, check. Okay. Okay, we're coming in, boys. We're coming in. Right, we can reduce our descent a little bit. 800 feet. Will also slow us down. We need to be at like 3,000 feet when we get here. There are little cars down there, and I do like cloud art. Like, the sky colors are very nice. Right, we can pretty much go straight to the point there. $3,000, so let's lower this down to 500 feet. We need to slow our speed down a little bit. Take this now down to 1,000 feet. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Should be over there somewhere. Yeah, just over there. Take it down to 300 actually, because we don't need to go that fast, like descending. Obviously not by the books, guys. Sun, we're losing the sun. It's gonna be a bloody nighttime flight by the time we get down. we could do with going to 170 here. In fact, I think we're pretty much safe to say we can actually go straight to... We don't need... Because we're below 3,000, so we'll just go straight to the runway. It's like a Stephen King book here, isn't it? The town that disappeared. Can't even see the lights. Oh, hello. Sky color's changed. It's gone brighter now. Someone's turned the lights on. Right, we're coming down nice and easy, boys. Actually, we do need to get on the path here. Let's just slide over. We are quite low, so we're going to take this down to like 100 now. And then I'll take her down myself. Let's see the Pappy's over here somewhere. Seriously, the time looks like it's changed. You know what I mean? One for Facebook, that is. Remember when you've seen that? Right, coming over. There's the light. There it is there. Alright, let's do a turn. Start going down, 300. There it is there. Right. We're still not really lined up with the runway, but it'll do. To be honest, it'll do. We will be lined up with the runway when we get there. So, although we could do this a little bit better. Come on. Runway fast approaching. 1,800 feet. Nowhere near the way. Oh no, we're going into that one. Right, I might take this now. So I have the airplane. Auto throttle off. I have the plane. Landing gear down. Full flaps. Right, so basically what I was told is you don't need to wiggle this. It will go down like a glider. It will go down by itself. So you just literally, there's a 50% or what is it, -2. We're looking for like a -2 somewhere down here, he said. I mean, it says bloody 2,000. So... But it's basically moving the notches like to 50%, and then, I mean, we're too high, I feel, but so we're going down now. The plane knows it. We know it. They know it. Let's get this sucker to the ground. Holy shit, I can't see the runway now. Thanks for that. And then basically, he just said you just gently, you don't even idle these things. You just pull them down a little bit. So obviously we're looking to get this to -2, so we need to... There we go. It's like pulling up type of thing.
1,000.
And obviously got to watch my speed. Got a small window for that. We're going down. We're going up. We're going down. He didn't tell me this, by the way. Okay. I'm too high, so I need to get down. That runway there looks better. Do you know what I mean? But this is the one we're going for, so... Then he said you bring it back to 50 when you're close to the runway. Again, we're looking for -2 on this dial here for when we touch down. And then he just said, basically, you don't even idle it, but you just gently bring it down to like 75% or 25%, whichever way you want to look at it, as you're just like coming over the runway.
500.
As long as he says, as long as you keep the speed, you know, you won't just suddenly stall out. But if you suddenly idle, like right now, I'd be looking to go down to idle, but I wouldn't idle it. But so now we basically bring it back down to 25, and that's it. What the fuck? There's birds, dudes. We're gonna have a bird strike. The fuck?
100.
Ah, fucking bird strike. I bet everyone's dead. Everyone's fucking dead. Birds killed us. Right, fucking hell. Full reverse. Welcome to everybody. We're down. Fucking hell.
At that time, please remember to check around your seating area, in the seat pockets, and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board. Please take care when opening the overhead bins, as the contents may have shifted during flight.
Right, here we go. We're coming off. Flaps up. Well, there you go, guys. That's basically how I use Active Sky. Shit. So, but I mean, in all honesty, this is the way I would use it, sorry, if I was using legacy stuff. I don't use the legacy texture clouds. I use Active Sky. Sorry, I use True Sky. Yeah, I don't use the legacy stuff. I know you can see the reflection in the plane. I don't use the legacy clouds. I use True Sky. So, but this is how I would use it if I was using it. Now, at nighttime, I do use this setup. So when it's completely dark at night, like this is the setup that I have. This is what I use, you know. So this is exactly what my simulator would look like at nighttime, and I would use Active Sky and everything, you know. Although I wouldn't need to because clouds, you know. But yeah, if I was to use the you know, legacy stuff, this is how I would do it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all the support. I really appreciate everybody who's subscribed. You are a first-class passenger in my Discord, and when I do a stream, which will be soon, you guys get to come up to the cabin and we get to chat in Discord during the cruise of the flight. So if you want to become a first-class passenger, hit that subscription button there and join in my Discord, and I shall make it so. Until then, guys, take care. Au revoir. Goodbye. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Guten Tag. Bye-bye.